So I want to talk next, 4 potential surprises when buying a home. This is a great article I thought that we could hit before the break. And it's, you know, it's something that a lot of consumers, are misguided about, that haven't paid attention a lot. But the very first one is low inventory means you have to act fast. I think there's no doubt that low inventory causes people to have to be more aggressive in their offers and more creative. We've advocated offer letters and even offer videos,
right.
For our customers, which works, and we had a great example of one this
Yes.
week. But low inventory means you got to act fast. You got to eliminate certain contingency. You got to be aggressive as a buyer if you're going to win the bidding war. But acting fast and being prepared is all about getting your mortgage ready too.
100% agree, and I tell people this all the time. If you're looking at a home and you haven't had a chance to be pre-qualified yet or pre-approved, and you want to make an offer on it, but you haven't had a chance to do that yet, by the time you speak with a lender, whether it be your bank, or a local lender like myself, someone else may come, put an offer on the house, and get it under contract before you even have a chance to get your financing lined up. So it's definitely in your best interest to have that done before even looking at homes.
Another thing, closing takes longer than most people think. The days of an average, now 30-day closings do happen, especially if you pick a big mortgage.
That's what I disliked about that article.
But in reality, the averages are 50 days. They've crept
Right.
up the last few years, so it does take a little longer. There's new federal guidelines that require some steps, but closing takes a little bit longer than needed. Home inspections, they really do leave nothing uncovered. A lot of buyers are surprised about home inspections because I think that they get so excited about the sunshine rainbow process of buying a home that when you start to find out that there's problems with it, they get spooked. And I mean, I've talked so many times on the show about how many home buyers cancel on inspection that shouldn't cancel,
Right.
for little nitpicky, stupid things that are going to be common in any home in that price range. But there's no question that it's a process that the buyers need to be more educated, more prepared about.
Right, and unless you're buying a new construction home, which also could have home inspection issues, as far as stuff maybe needing to be completed or missing or what have you. But at the end of the day, you're buying a used house. There are going to be some
And
issues
a man-made
there.
product.
Right,
It's
exactly.
not like it's on an assembly line where they can perfect things and welds and computers. I mean, it's built by people, and
Right.
there's going to be little things that aren't perfect about it.
Right, and I've always been of the thought, if it's something that doesn't affect you from getting insurance, it may not be something that you want to deal with.
Yeah.
Right.
So closing costs, I think, are another surprise for people. They can range from 2 to 5%. Property taxes get lumped into that. Homeowners insurance gets lumped into that. A lot of buyers, I think, don't realize that. And certainly you can ask the seller to pay your closing costs, but the reality is the market we're in, the seller's market we're in, it isn't as likely for that to happen as it would have been maybe 5 years ago.
Right, yeah, it goes back to, the first thing on the list about low inventory. If it's low inventory and a property's, got a lot of interest in it, you're probably not going to get your closing costs paid.
Unless you're bumping the price up and then you have
Right.
a risk about whether it'll price.
Exactly.
So we're going to be back. We're actually going to talk to Miss Angela Duncan, who is my lovely wife running our foundation these days, and we're going to talk about a community event we've got coming up with Metropolitan Ministries after a quick break here on the Duncan Duo Show.